Okay, the first thing I want to talk about today on Living Remarkably is there is no time for fear and worry. You'll see that's one of the posts I created on my Instagram channel early on in my days as an Instagrammer. And what does that mean? Fear is, as you've probably heard, and if you've researched any of it, fear is a normal part of our lives. There is no way to eliminate fear. There is no way to eradicate fear. You can't just get rid of it altogether. And you don't want to, right? What you want to do, and this is the mistaken part that people say, oh, how do I eliminate the fear of this? Or how do I, you don't want to eliminate fear. Fear is a part of you. It's a part of our nature. It's what has kept you alive. It's a lot of what has kept you alive today, and it'll keep keeping you alive. That was kind of hard to say. Keep keeping you alive in the future. And we have this emotion, we have this sense called fear, and that's what allows us to tune into our environment, tune into what is going on around us, and allows us to run from danger, right? It's an alert that our body, that our system has available, makes available to us to say, hey, Stevie G, hey, Mike, hey, Bob, hey, Carol, be careful of this person, be careful of that situation, watch that road, watch that tree over there, careful, that individual is coming too fast through the intersection. That is what fear does. Or if you're in the jungle, a lot of people like to say, if you're in the jungle and a lion all of a sudden appears in your path, fear is what lets you get the heck on out of Dodge and get out of there and climb a tree or run really fast, right, to hide and get away from the lion. But a lot of people experience this fear in our normal lives, even though we aren't being chased by lions. It makes it seem like we are, right? Because we just become paralyzed by whatever it is that we're afraid of. We're afraid of, for example, speaking in public. That's what I get a lot of. People say, Steve, I'm afraid to, step on stage. And what if they laugh at me? And what if they this? And what if they that? And then as a result of that, we deprive not only ourselves of the experience of going out on that stage and sharing our message and giving our thoughts away, but we deprive our audience of us. We deprive our audience of who we are, and we deprive them of the possibility of removing an obstacle or a challenge or facing a challenge in their life because we're afraid to share our message. So all that is, when it comes to public speaking, fear is nothing more than your thoughts crippling you, and your thoughts being consumed, the consuming thought being, what are they going to think of me? Am I going to make a mistake? Do I look okay? How's this going to go? Am I going to make sales? Am I going to get clients? Am I going to get another gig? Are they going to call me back? What if I step on stage and I trip over my shoes, trip over my dress, my fly is open, whatever the case may be? We're in that thought mode, right? And these thoughts are what if, are creating this element and these emotions of fear within us, and these are what cripple us when we go on stage or do whatever it is that we want to do. Going back, fear is an emotion. You can't eliminate it. You don't want to eliminate it, but what you want to do is you want to use it to your advantage. So I like to think of fear as an energy, right? It's a source of energy rising up within you. And much like a surfer going out into the waves, and the surfer wants the big wave. You want to ride the big waves. And so what do? You can't surf when it's flat and calm out there, and you can't surf the small waves. You have to surf the big waves, and that big wave is energy. And so that energy shows up in your body as fear. And so what you want to do is ride that energy. In other words, use that excitement, use that emotion that you're feeling as energy for you to step out on stage, excuse me, as energy for you to go out and do and step into what it is that you're prepared to do at that particular moment. Maybe it's a sports activity at school. Maybe it's writing a paper. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's just putting yourself out there in some way. Asking a girl on a date, asking a guy to marry you. No, actually, the guy is usually the one to ask to marry you. So he